the mixing of one s orbital and three p orbitals. And the new orbitals formed are known as sp3 hybrid orbitals. For the purpose of hybridization, we make use of one s orbital and three p orbitals. So total number of orbitals used, that is equal to 4. So as a result of sp3 hybridization, we get 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. And these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are directed towards the coordinates of a regular tetrahedron. I had shown you yesterday the model of the tetrahedron. See the model of a tetrahedron. You have seen the last day. So that is the shape of the model of the tetrahedron. See, at the center of the tetrahedron, see here, at the center of the tetrahedron, there is the atom undergoing the hybridization. And the orbitals will be directed towards the 4 coordinates. So, at the center, the sp3 hybridized atom and the hybrid orbitals, sp3 hybrid orbitals will be directed towards the coordinates of a regular tetrahedron. So, what we get? We get the model like this. The model like this. At the center, can you see it? At the center, there is the atom undergoing hybridization. And one orbital towards one of the coordinates of the tetrahedron. The other orbital towards the other corner. And here, third and the fourth. So, the sp3 hybrid orbitals will be directing towards the coordinates of a tetrahedron. And the shape of the molecule will be like this. And this geometry is called tetrahedral geometry. And so, sp3 hybridization is called tetrahedral hybridization also. Now you measure the bond angle. The angle between these two bonds. Angle between these two bonds. That is equal to 109 degrees, 28 minutes. And that angle is called a tetrahedral angle. All the angles will be the same. Tetrahedral angles. So, wherever there is sp3 hybridization, the model has tetrahedral shape. The model has tetrahedral shape. And the bond angle will be 109 degrees, 28 minutes. Okay. An example taken is methane molecule. In methane molecule, CH4, carbon has sp3 hybridization. So at the center, there is the carbon atom. Here, at the center, there is the sp3 hybridized carbon atom. sp3 hybrid orbital will be directed towards, say, the coordinates of the tetrahedron. And the hydrogen atoms, they have 1s orbitals overlapping with the sp3 hybrid orbitals. And so, the shape of the molecule, methane molecule is tetrahedral. Shape is tetrahedral and the bond angle is 109 degrees. So I repeat, the shape of a methane molecule is tetrahedral. That is due to the sp3 hybridization of the carbon atom. Similarly, the bond angle in methane molecule is, that is 109 degrees 28 minutes, or the tetrahedral angle. That is because of the sp3 hybridization of the carbon atom. Okay. So here there is carbon. Here at these coordinates there will be the hydrogen atoms, and that's the model of the methane molecule, and this is the geometry of a tetrahedral model. Now you think of ammonia molecule. In ammonia molecule, nitrogen has, this is nitrogen, NH3. Nitrogen has sp3 hybridization. As before, there will be 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. And say here, one of the sp3 hybrid orbitals will be containing a lone pair of electrons. The other sp3 hybrid orbitals will be overlapping with the s orbital of the hydrogen atom. All the others, the three sp3 hybrids will be overlapping with the hydrogen atoms, and one of the sp3 hybrids will be having a lone pair of electrons. So in ammonia molecule, there is sp3 hybridization for nitrogen atom. This is the nitrogen atom at the center, and with a lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen. Here there is a lone pair, there is no atom. You consider the atoms, say you join these ends, the base. When you join the base, you will get a triangle, and you join to the top, the apex. Then the model is known as pyramidal model. Pyramidal. It is pyramidal. If there is one more atom here, suppose one more atom here, here, there is one more atom here, say like this, then it is tetrahedral. One more atom here, tetrahedral. There is no atom there, there is only electron pairs. Then it is called the pyramidal shape. At the base of the pyramid, the corners of the triangle, there will be hydrogen atoms here, 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 hydrogen atoms. And at the apex, at the top of the pyramid, there will be nitrogen atom and a lone pair of electrons. There is repulsion between the lone pair and bond pair of electrons. Repulsion between lone pair and bond pair. And due to that, what happens? These atoms are going inward. There is shrinkage of the bond angle. These atoms are going inside, and the bond angle reduces to 107 degrees. Now you come to the water molecule. Water molecule. H2O. In water molecule, oxygen has sp3 hybridization. There will be 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, and these will be directed towards the coordinates of a tetrahedron as before. But out of the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, 2 of the sp3 hybrid orbitals will be containing lone pairs of electrons. See here, there will be lone pairs. Here we have only the lone pairs of electrons. 2 of the sp3 will be containing lone pairs of electrons, and 2 are, say, the 2 are overlapping with the s orbital of a hydrogen atom in water molecule. So in water molecule also there is sp3 hybridization for oxygen. But although there are 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, 2 are having lone pairs of electrons. Only 2 are forming bonds with hydrogen atoms. So if you consider the shape of the water molecule, hydrogen, here oxygen, and here hydrogen, it is a bent molecule or a V-shaped molecule. Now it is inverted V. It is inverted V. Okay, so it's a V-shaped molecule. Now, there are 2 pairs, lone pairs of electrons. As we have seen, there is a very strong repulsion between the lone pairs of electrons. And due to the repulsion, these lone pairs are coming closer to the bond pairs of electrons. So the 2 bonds are going inward, and so that the bond angle reduces to 104.5 degrees. 104.5 degrees. So although the bond angle is 104.5 degrees, the hybridization is sp3, no doubt. But the reduction in the bond angle from 109 degrees 28 minutes, that is due to the strong lone pair repulsion and the lone pair bond pair repulsion. The lone pairs are going away, they are repelling away. That means they are coming closer to the bond pairs, and the bond pairs are going inward, so that the bond angle reduces. And the shape, you consider the shape, hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen. It is V-shaped or bent molecule. V-shaped or bent molecule. See the shape like this. This is the shape of the V shape of a water molecule. Do you get it now? the V shape of the water molecule. It will be having the shape like this. V shape water molecule. Say here there is oxygen at the bottom, there is oxygen, and at two ends there will be hydrogen atoms. I think that you might have followed this. Okay. So let us take the hybridization in methane molecule as well as in water molecule, and say the ammonia molecule also. Let us see. Okay. Hybridization in methane molecule. Methane is CH4. And let us try to explain the hybridization. The hybridization is for the carbon atom. It is for the carbon atom. Okay. Now in the ground state, that is the normal state, ground state of carbon, atomic number is equal to 6. The configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. That is the configuration of a carbon atom in the ground state. Now you can show the excited state. Excited state means there is promotion of an electron from the 2s level to the 2p level. I shall draw the box type diagram. 1s, then 2s, another box. This is not the shape. Then here we have 2p. In the 2p level, there are 3 orbitals, px, py, pz. In the 1s, there are 2 electrons, and these 2 electrons are paired electrons like this. 2s, there are 2 electrons, and the 2 electrons are paired electrons like this. And in the 2p level, there are 2 electrons and 3 orbitals. 2 electrons and 3 orbitals. Now you give 1 electron each. 1 electron each in each orbital. That is according to Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So you are giving 1 electron here and 1 here. Not the 2 electrons in the same orbital. It should not be in the same orbital. It should be distributed like this. Not only that, the electrons are having parallel spin, same spin, and this is the ground state configuration of the normal configuration of a carbon atom. Now, CH4 is formed, methane is formed. During the formation of methane, CH4, first of all, carbon atom undergoes excitation. So it is called excited state of carbon. Excited state of carbon is equal to, in the excited state, what happens? One of the 2s electrons, will be promoted to the vacant 2p level. That is called excitation. It absorbs energy. And one of the 2s electrons will be promoted to the vacant 2p level. It is called excitation of electron. And you will get, say, a structure like this. 1s, there are 2 electrons, no change. Then 2s. In 2s, now there is only 1 electron. Then 2p. In 2p, there are 3 orbitals and 3 electrons. And these 3 electrons are, say, distributed like this according to Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. This is the excited state. After excitation, this is 1s, this is 2s, and this is 2p. Okay. After excitation, what happens? After excitation, the 2s and the 3 2p orbitals, the 2s and 3 2p orbitals. The 2p level, there are 3 orbitals. And these orbitals undergo hybridization. And it is the sp3 hybridization. one s orbital. The name of the s orbital is 2s. And the 3 p orbitals. The 3 p orbitals are of a 2p level. 2p level. So, s orbital of a 2s level and 3 p orbitals of a 2p level. Totally 1s and 3p. There is a sp3 hybridization. After sp3 hybridization, we will get 3 sp3 hybrid orbital. Sorry, 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. There will be 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. And these 4 sp3 hybrids are having same shape, same size and same energy. And they are directed towards the coordinates of a regular tetrahedron as I've shown the model. Okay. And come to hydrogen. Hydrogen atomic number 1 and that is equal to 1s1. And during the formation of a methane molecule, what happens? During the formation of a methane molecule, say the bonding is like this. Here there is carbon atom and here there is a 1 sp3 hybrid orbital, sp3 hybrid orbital, then second sp3 hybrid orbital, third sp3 hybrid orbital, and there is the fourth sp3 hybrid orbital also. There are 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Remember that all these orbitals are not lying in the same plane. They are not in the same plane. We have seen the model. We have seen the model. These orbitals are directing towards the coordinates of a tetrahedron, not in the same plane. Another thing, the sp3 hybrids will be having, say, this shape, having this shape. Somewhat similar to our dumbbell, but in dumbbell, the 2 lobes are equal size. The two lobes are of equal size. But here, one lobe is smaller one and the other is a larger one. And here there will be the nucleus. Now, in the p orbital, the lobes will be like this. They are of a same size. The 2 lobes will be of a same size. That is p orbital. But this is sp3. And in the diagram drawn, I have not shown the smaller lobe. Purposefully, I left the smaller lobe. It is there. It is not shown. Don't worry about that. Because the bonding is with the larger side. The bonding is with the larger side. So, there will be 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals directing towards the coordinates of a regular tetrahedron. And the hydrogen atom, it is having 1s orbital, and here there is the overlap forming sigma bond. Coaxial overlap is a sigma bond. Here also hydrogen atom, it has a 1s orbital, and here there is a sigma bond formation. Similarly, second hydrogen, it has a 1s orbital, and here there is coaxial overlapping forming a sigma bond. And the fourth hydrogen atom, it has a 1s orbital. Here also there is a coaxial overlapping forming a sigma bond. So ultimately, what will be the shape? Say the shape will be like this. Here there is a carbon atom, and here there is one hydrogen atom. Here there is another hydrogen atom sigma bond. Here there is another hydrogen atom, and here there is the fourth hydrogen atom. That is the shape of a methane molecule. Still remember, it is not a 2-dimensional geometry. It is not a 2-dimensional figure. It is a 3-dimensional figure. We are trying to draw a 3-dimensional figure in a two-dimensional board. Three dimension is reduced to two dimension, so the shape will be only like this. Now you measure the bond angle. Say the bond angle, this is the bond angle. This bond angle is equal to 109 degrees, 109 degrees, 28 minutes. That is the tetrahedral angle. The angle is a tetrahedral angle, 109 degrees, 28 minutes, or roughly 109.5 degrees. That is the angle. You measure all these angles will be 109 degrees, 28 minutes. And that angle is called the tetrahedral angle. Okay. Now you join the bottom. Say these hydrogen atoms. You join these hydrogen atoms. Then what you get? Here there is a triangular side is obtained like this. Okay. So you consider three hydrogen atoms and a carbon atom, it will be having the pyramidal shape. But there is one more hydrogen atom on the carbon, and the total geometry will be tetrahedral. So the questions will be like this. What is the type of hybridization in methane molecule? Answer is sp3 for carbon. What is the bond angle in methane? 109 degrees, 28 minutes. What is it due to? It is due to the sp3 hybridization of hybridization of the carbon atom. Tetrahedral geometry, 109 degrees, 28 minutes, that is the bond angle, and all these are due to the tetrahedral hybridization or a sp3 hybridization of the carbon atom. That's the reason. Okay. And now you apply this sp3 hybridization in ammonia molecule in NH3. In NH3, nitrogen has sp3 hybridization, and so one orbital here, second, all these are sp3, there is a sp3, and here also there is a sp3, and one of the sp3 hybrids will be having a lone pair of electrons, and here the hydrogen atoms overlap, see, with this hydrogen 1s, and here there is the sigma bond. Second hydrogen 1s, there is the sigma bond. Then third hydrogen 1s, here there is coaxial overlapping and a sigma bond. Still remember, this is not a two-dimensional figure, this is three-dimensional. You consider the nitrogen and the hydrogen atoms, then what will be the shape, the geometry? Here there is nitrogen, hydrogen, and second hydrogen, and a third hydrogen, and here there is a lone pair of electrons. Okay. So you join the bottom hydrogen atoms like this. Then the shape is a pyramidal, triangular pyramidal shape. That is called the pyramidal shape. Hybridization is sp3, no doubt. It is sp3. And the shape is pyramidal because you neglect the size of the electron pair. So neglecting the size of the electron pair, the remaining part, that is nitrogen and three hydrogen atoms, they constitute the shape of a trigonal pyramid. So the shape is a trigonal pyramid, or simply say a pyramidal shape for nitrogen. And the bond angle, if it is sp3, we expect the bond angle to be 109 degrees, 28 minutes. 109 degrees, 28 minutes. But the bond angle is lower than 109 degrees, 28 minutes. It is only 107 degrees. The angle is reduced. That is because there is a repulsion between, say, lone pair and bond pair. Due to the repulsion between the lone pair and the bond pair, the bond angle will be shrinking. Say, it is reduced. It is going inward. All these bonds are coming inward, so that the bond angle reduces to 107 degrees. Now you come to the water molecule, H2O molecule. in H2O molecule, oxygen has sp3 hybridization. So here there is oxygen atom, there is sp3 hybrid, then second sp3 hybrid, third sp3 hybrid, and the fourth sp3 hybrid. In the sp3 hybrids, two of the sp3 hybrids will be having lone pairs of electrons. Only two are overlapping with the hydrogen atoms. Hydrogen oneness, there is sigma bond. Second hydrogen, and there is a sigma bond formation, that is oneness. That is the shape. And if you measure the bond angle is expected to be 109 degrees 28 minutes, but it is not coming up to that level. It's only 104.5 degrees. We can show the bonding by means of dashes. See, it is like this. There is oxygen atom with a lone pair of electrons. Here also a lone pair of electrons. And here there is a hydrogen atom. And here there is a hydrogen atom. Okay. So you consider hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen. Then it is a bent molecule. It is a non-linear molecule. Or it is a V-shaped molecule. See, you can show it like this also. Hydrogen, hydrogen. You just invert this. And the bond angles will be, say, this is the bond angle. And the bond angle is reduced. That is because there is a strong repulsion between the lone pairs of electrons. So the lone pairs are coming closer to the bond pair of electrons. This is bond pair. The pink colored dash is a bond pair coming closer to the bond pair. So the bond pairs will be going inward, and the bond angle reduces to 104.5 degrees. Although the hybridization is sp3, the shape is a V shape or a bent molecule, non-linear molecule with two lone pairs of electrons on the oxygen atom. Due to strong repulsion between the lone pairs of electrons, the lone pairs will be going away and they are coming closer to the bond pair. And the bond pairs will be strained and they will be going inward. So the bond angle is reduced from 109 degrees 28 minutes to 104.5 degrees. Still smaller than that in ammonia. In ammonia, there is only one lone pair. Here we have two bond pairs. So here there is a more repulsion and there is a more reduction in the bond angle. Okay. So that is about the sp3 hybridization. Now you come to sp2 hybridization. What time? 45. sp2 hybridization. Now you can say, what is sp2 hybridization? It is the hybridization involving one s orbital and two p orbitals. One s orbital and two p orbitals. That is sp2 hybridization. So here there is a s and two p orbitals, say like this. Two p orbitals mixing up of this. Total number of orbitals used for hybridization, that is equal to 3. So due to sp2 hybridization, we should get three sp2 hybrids. We get 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. 3 sp2 hybrids. And these sp2 hybrids are directed towards the corners of an equilateral triangle in a plane. Say a plane, here there is the atom which is having the sp2 hybridization. And one sp2, there is a tail, it is here. It is not, I am not going to show that. The larger lobe is shown. So there is a sp2 and here another sp2 and the third sp2 hybrid orbital. And these are directing towards the corners. The tail is not shown. The smaller lobe is not shown. That's all. All these are separate orbitals. sp2, sp2, sp2. not sp square. You read it as sp2. And these orbitals will be overlapping with the orbitals of other atoms. So what will be the shape? Say here there is the atom undergoing sp2 hybridization. One bond, second bond, and the third bond. All are in a plane. Suppose the atoms are ABC. Suppose the atoms are ABC, then the shape will be like this. This is trigonal planar. Trigonal, that is a trigonal planar. Trigonal planar. It's a planar molecule. Two-dimensional. Trigonal planar. Why is it called a trigonal planar? It's a planar because all the atoms are lying on the same plane. Now you join these ends, you will get a triangle. See, that is why it is called a trigonal planar molecule. You take a ethene molecule, ethene, CH2 double bond CH2, ethene. In ethene, both the carbon atoms have sp2 hybridization. Both the carbons have sp2 hybridization. Similarly, you take a BCl3 molecule, BF3 molecule. In all this, there will be sp2 hybridization. For example, BCl3, the shape will be like this. Boron, Cl, here Cl and Cl. It is a trigonal planar. The bond angle will be 120 degrees due to sp2 hybridization of boron. Similarly, BF3, boron, F, here there is F, there is F. Trigonal planar due to sp2 hybridization of a boron. So wherever there is sp2 hybridization, there is a trigonal planar structure with the bond angle 120 degrees. It is called a trigonal planar because if you join the ends, you will get the shape of an equilateral triangle. So it is called a trigonal planar molecule. We have to discuss the bonding in ethene molecule in detail that we can see the next day. Now time is up. Let me stop. Thank you.